Hello, everyone. Happy day to you. This is Kim with Heart Market, and we're talking about health and beauty right now. And so I wanted to share with you some of my favorite clays. And I'm also going to talk about a Renew serum that I make, tell you how to make it, or you can purchase it from me if you feel like that would be good for you. So let's take a look at clays. I love clays because they're so versatile and you can really customize them um, for your specific skin type. So we're going to just talk about 3 different clays and oatmeal, and then go into my Renew serum that I make. So the first I want to talk about is European clay, and this one is really good for combination skin. You can really just literally take a teaspoon and put it in your palm. Now you need to add some kind of a wet agent to it to make more of a paste. That's what we're going for, is a paste that we can apply it to the skin or anywhere on the body for combination skin. So that's, having a combination of kind of greasy, oily, some people have like dry but acne skin, or oily skin but with some dry patches. So the European clay powder is fantastic for that. So some different things I recommend, really, and this is going to go for all of the clays. You can add a little bit of witch hazel, and that would be, really for more sensitive skin. Okay, if and I get mine with the rose petal, and then I actually with rose water, and I actually add some other essential oils to it depending on who it's for, and certainly if it's for me, I like to add rose oil. I also love apple cider vinegar. This is really fantastic if you need to balance out that pH, or you do have some little trouble spots, inflammation, acne, things like that. This really neutralizes the skin and gently dries it. And then I get a local honey, and this is fantastic too if you have just kind of like more of an allergic rash or inflammation, because honey is so fantastic if it's locally made and you do suffer from allergies. Honey is very, very, very kind to the skin. It's very soothing. It makes it very, very smooth. It balances out the skin tone. But I also find if there's any kind of like itchy allergy related issues that you might have, local honey is fantastic. And so there's those things. So you could mix, for instance, your European clay with any of these things to make more of a paste. You just want to let it sit for a while. I would say, I like a good 30 minutes. You might, if you don't have quite that much time, I would say a good, 15 minutes. And then you very gently want to rinse it off with just warm water. Okay, and of course, if you go over and splash it with that, it just kind of brightens and tightens up the skin right away. The next one I want to talk about is bentonite clay, and this is a detoxifying clay. Some people actually take a bath in bentonite clay. You actually want to be careful that when you use this, you use a wooden spoon, because bentonite clay absorbs everything, so you don't want it absorbing that metal and then putting those metals into your skin. So you want to use with this like a wooden spoon as you're spooning it out. Again, you can mix it with any of these things to kind of tailor it for you depending on what you need. Certainly if you suffer from acne, bentonite clay is really going to be fantastic. And like an apple cider vinegar would really be great. You want to make sure though that you don't over dry your skin, because then you get into that vicious cycle of like acne and then rough dry patches, and that's very painful. So, and then you might want to go over it with like an aloe vera, and be careful what you buy with aloe vera. I buy the actually aloe vera juice at the organic natural, or the natural food store, and I keep it in the refrigerator, so when you put it on your skin, it's nice and cool, and it kind of tightens up the pores. And and certainly if you have any trouble spots, or the skin layer has come off, sometimes we have that when we over dry, the aloe is really going to help that healing process, because aloe heals. It's amazing. All right, and the last clay that I have is my Moroccan clay, and I love it's beautiful, and I need to buy more of this, but it's a beautiful kind of like terracotta color. This is really great for sensitive skin. And so, if you truly do have sensitive skin, this would be fantastic with just a little bit of, alkaline water. You could also add, the a little witch hazel or honey to that one. I would probably stay away from the apple cider vinegar if you have really sensitive skin. It might make it kind of blotchy and red. And last but not least, in regards to this kind of family of different clays that I have, colloidal oatmeal is fantastic for really sensitive skin. This is great for rashes, burns, bites. It really calms and soothes the skin. Colloidal oatmeal is wonderful inside of the bath. You can just scoop a little bit in there or mix it with your bath salts. It's just wonderful for the skin. So colloidal oatmeal. All right, so those are just my general offerings that I have for clays and then the oatmeal. So my Renew Serum is something that I devised for my own skin, and I found that my clients really loved it. So inside of this, I have MSM, and MSM I've talked about in previous shows. Oh, it looks like I took it back downstairs. I don't have the container here. But you use MSM, it rebuilds tissue, and so does the frankincense. And you can take the MSM internally, but you can also add it to things. And so what I like to do is I like to take frankincense, MSM, which dissolves down like a salt, and I put it in an alkaline water. You also could do a witch hazel if you wanted to, and that just dissolves down, and you have a beautiful serum that really helps with wrinkles, rejuvenating the skin. And I find frankincense is wonderful on both, troubled skin if you have some trouble spots, or if you're trying to prevent wrinkles. And you also could do this in a spray. So right now this is intended, for a cotton ball, but you also could put it kind of in a spray bottle like this, and you could spray it like a toner. Witch hazel with also rose water or rose oil is also really good for just a toner if you just wanted to tone up your skin. And I just like the spray because it just, you don't get, you have to scrub, it's also great to just freshen up your skin. So if you don't want to, if you're at work and you just kind of want to freshen up your skin, a little witch hazel squirt is fantastic. So I hope this was helpful for you. Certainly let me know if you have any questions at all. Have a beautiful day and all my very best to you. Oh, and if you want to purchase any of these things, I am reworking my website and my YouTube channel. And so if you want to purchase any of these, just message me and we could, do it through PayPal or over the phone. But I will be, having all of these on my website once I launch that. I'm in a little bit of a transition mode, but these are all still available. But, some people feel called to make them themselves. And I want to give you these tools if that's the case too. So thank you so much and all my very best. Bye-bye.